going to make another video on my Game Boy Advance game collection. I have one up on my other channel that's pretty popular. I don't make any new videos for that particular channel, and I'm thinking about maybe updating and redoing some of those more popular ones on this current channel and then closing that one out altogether. But I'm still going to leave it up for a little while just because I got so many subscribers over there and people still subscribe to it. But anyway, I'm going to go through my collection, this time the actual boxes. In the other video I just showed the little game cards. But I do have all the boxes and manuals for all the Game Boy Advance games. So here's a copy of Final Fantasy VI. This one's actually still sealed in the packaging. I've got a handful of sealed games, either because I never got around to playing them or because I thought maybe they'd be something worth having as a collectible. And the market for sealed video games has gone up exponentially over the last few years, so there's definitely a market for stuff like this. And this is Final Fantasy VI, and here is also a sealed copy of Final Fantasy V. Looks like this pile over here I got a lot of sealed games. Here's Mega Man 03. If you like sealed video games like this, there is a video up my other channel titled just that. It's my collection of sealed, new and sealed video games for all my consoles. Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, etc., etc. Here is a very dusty, oh my goodness, this must have been on the top inside the closet. Classic NES series Legend of Zelda. This actually plays very well on the Game Boy Advance. Box is in mint condition. Classic game right there. And this is one of my all-time favorites. I mentioned it before, I think, in the other video. This Double Dragon for the Game Boy Advance. That's the original Double Dragon, but with like twice as many stages, and it is done really well. Arguably the best version of Double Dragon for any platform. Definitely worth checking out. If you're going to buy Game Boy Advance games, let's say on eBay, I would strongly caution you against buying the cart only, because there's a good chance that it's a bootleg copy out of the Far East. There's been a lot of those on eBay when you see just the cart by itself, and those bootleg copies are unreliable, they're inconsistent, so I would caution buying any sort of cart only Game Boy Advance game. I'd try to stick to buying ones that are complete in the box. Here's Final Fight 1. It's a pretty good brawler, old school brawlers. They don't make those anymore, like the Double Dragons, the Final Fights. You don't see those often anymore. Although Double Dragon was just updated recently for, I think, for one of the premium console download services, Xbox or something like that. I don't know. Double Dragon Neon, I think it's called. Here's Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This is a fun game. I didn't quite finish it. It's a little puzzler, kind of like a. I don't know, it's just a puzzle game, I guess is the best way to describe it. Moving on, we have Astro Boy, very popular character in Japan. Mega Man and Bass. This is a really good game. This wasn't available in the US until I think this came out on Game Boy. I think. Of course, Mario Kart appears on every Nintendo platform. Here's Mario Kart Super Circuit. Gradius Galaxies. This is a fun game. Old school retro Gradius game. Shooter. I tell you, I gotta start playing some of these again. I just don't have the time. I don't know. Here's Super Mario Brothers 3. Super Mario Advance 4, but Super Mario Brothers 3. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I barely touched this one. I think I opened it, maybe played like one of the levels, and then I put it back down again. Here's Final Fantasy IV. I started playing through this, and then I just stopped. I didn't get that far into it. Very good game. Donkey Kong Country 3. A little bit different than the Donkey Kong Country 3 for the Super NES, but still fun nonetheless. They did change up a little bit of this game. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3. This is a fun game. and Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, excellent game. Classic old school top-down Zelda. And if I didn't finish it, I'm at the very end, last boss kind of thing. I honestly, I just don't remember. But what I do remember, it is fun to play through. It's very tight, compact. Definitely worthwhile pickup. Although, I did notice it is kind of expensive, even used. 40, 50 bucks for this if you were to find it on eBay. With the box and instructions, which again I would strongly recommend doing. Don't buy the cart by itself. Here's Mega Man 02. This one's new in the package. Mega Man 02, yeah. And I got Mega Man 03. Is that 3? No, that's Mega Man 0. So 0, I got 2, and I think I have 3 and 4. I don't know anymore. This one's also sealed, Sword of Mana. This was an upgrade or an update to a game called Final Fantasy Adventure, which originally came out for the Game Boy way back when. Here is Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, still new in the package. And I have not played this one, obviously. This is Lunar Legend, also new in the package. I guess I got EGM Silver Award. This is a role-playing game. And Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls, also new in the package. This is Shining Force, Resurrection of the Dark Dragon, also new in the package. Looks like this stack here is all new games. Golden Sun, The Lost Age. This is the second game in the series. This one's new in the package. Here's Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. This was the very first Game Boy Advance game I ever bought. And for those that have played this is on the original Game Boy Advance. It was so dark, it was so hard to see. This game, you had to really play it under the right lighting conditions. But all that was rectified with, here's my system here. This Game Boy Advance SP Plus, which came with a backlit screen. This is the best possible Game Boy Advance. You could argue that the Game Boy Micro, because the resolution is so sharp because it's a smaller screen, but this, for portability, just probably one of my favorite systems of all time, next to the Super Nintendo. This Game Boy SP Plus. The first SP was okay, had a front-lit screen, but the backlight really makes the games pop. This is the gray charcoal version. So that's what I play the Game Boy games on. Here's a fun game, Activision Anthology. A bunch of Atari games on one cartridge here. It's about, 30 or so games. 55 games, actually. Activision Anthology. Here's a really good game for hardcore, old-school gaming fans. This is Ninja 5.0. It's also one of my pricier games that I have. This is... I'm not sure when this came out, but it's like Shinobi. This guy's a cop, and he's got this bionic commando type of appendage or chain thing he swings around on. He's got swords. He throws stars. Ninja, And if you look on eBay, this game is in excess of $100, complete in the box like this. I'm not sure why it's so expensive. Maybe they didn't make a whole lot of copies. But it's a good game to check out. Here's a really fun game, kind of a underrated game, this Racing Gears Advance. I used to play this all the time. If you remember RC Pro-Am for the original Nintendo Entertainment System, this is very similar to that, but it's a little more fun because the cars are better and there's a lot of upgrades you can do. Check out YouTube for videos on these games that I'm talking up, you'll see. Racing Gears Advance is an excellent game. Still can be found, I think, pretty inexpensive too. That box is a little rough. I think it came that way. I think when the way it was packaged. But here's Metroid Zero Mission. This is just an upgrade or update, refresh, whatever you want to call it, to the original Metroid from the Nintendo Entertainment System. Kind of looks like Super Metroid. A lot shorter and a lot easier because they have a mapping system now in that. Unlike You know, back in the day when you had to figure out where the hell to go, and there were no in-game maps, and there was no save states. It was either you sat down and you played that shit through to the end, or else. Got some random stuff in here. I get this out of here. Here is, I don't know, I'm fine. So here's a Chrono Trigger orchestral soundtrack, which I think goes with my Nintendo DS Chrono Trigger game. Not for this. It's stuck in here. Okay, Gunstar Heroes from Sega. This is a tough game to play on the Game Boy Advance. Doom. I picked this one up on eBay just to check it out. You can tell it's kind of beat up a little bit. Whoever owned it before didn't take care of it. But yeah, it's alright. This was a fun Star Wars game. It's kind of like Prince of Persia, the way it plays. Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. Here is the King of Fighters, EX. Fighting games were tough on the Game Boy Advance because, although I think this one only utilized 4 buttons, it made this one a little more playable than say, the Street Fighter 2 that I have, because that needs 6 buttons, and of course the Game Boy Advance only has 4, so you kind of have to jury-rig the button combos and whatnot. Here's another classic NES series, Donkey Kong. And this one does not include the pie level, as they call it. I'm not sure why, but the best version of Donkey Kong on a Nintendo system, I think, believe it or not, is found within the game Donkey Kong 64 for the Nintendo 64. And there's a room that you can go into in there, and there's an arcade game. And that actually has all 4 levels of Donkey Kong that you could play. Donkey Kong 64 is a whole other story to talk about. But anyway, here's Castlevania Area of Sorrow. This is a very good Castlevania game, probably the best one on the system. And it led right into the equally awesome Dawn of Sorrow for the Nintendo DS. Sonic Advance 2. Didn't play a whole bunch of this. Sonic Advance 3. And here is Super Street Fighter 2. This is really well done. It's just that the button requirements are just too bad that Game Boy Advance didn't have all 6 buttons. But this is a really, really super port of Super Street Fighter. Love Street Fighter. Here's Street Fighter Alpha 3. Here's the first Golden Sun, which I played some of, maybe about halfway through, and I think I got bored. River City Ransom. And another game I grew weary of, maybe about halfway through it, was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And that wraps it up for my Game Boy Advance collection. All the boxes. These are all the games I own. On my other video, on my other channel, I get some of these random, oh, how come no Pokemon? Or your collections fail, you have no Pokemon. I don't play Pokemon. Never have, never will. So sorry that there's no Pokemon in this video. But I think that's a pretty good showing right there, to say the least. Thanks for watching.